Hi folks, Six Slices here. Now my channel is probably best known for my English knives and my Taylor's Eyewitness knives in particular, and especially I suppose my Barlows. I think I've about 27, something like that, Barlow knives by Taylor's Eyewitness and Wight. But I haven't shown one for a while because I haven't had any new ones, mainly because it's difficult to find different materials to have them in. But this one came up, and it's genuinely a one-off. This is an acrylic handled knife. It's the only acrylic, in fact it's only two acrylic knives I own altogether, if you don't include the likes of the Delrin knives and Swiss Army knives and so on, but sort of traditional hafted pocket knives, I only have two fancy acrylic ones. This is one. Now this is gold mesh, I believe real gold. What carat of gold is, I don't know, in an acrylic base. And effectively it's an experiment that was done by Wight at Taylor's Eyewitness. I don't know the full background to why, whether this is something that they're planning on doing as a thing or as a one-off, but it's genuinely a one-off. There is only this one to be had in the world. So you've got the beautiful polished shiny blade that they're famous for. It's 420 HC, similar to Buck. You've got brass liners and file worked back spring, which Lee does. It's kind of a flowing style to it, which I quite like. It goes up into the blade as well. And you've got the stamped bolsters with the Eyewitness, Sheffield, England, the all-seeing eye of God. And then again on the blade you have that same Eyewitness, Sheffield, England. Funny, they renewed all their stamps a little while back. They're starting to look a little bit worn again, so maybe they'll renew them again soon. The bolsters are still very sharp, but the blade's perhaps not as sharp as it was. The stamp on the blade isn't as sharp as it was. These knives do always come sharp, by the way. Just goes to show it is possible. Even their budget knives come with a sharp blade, as it should. Brass pins in the handle. It's just a really, really nice, classy pocket knife. When people talk about gentlemen's pocket knives and they come up with some rather weird tactical looking pieces, this is genuinely a gentleman's pocket knife. This is the sort of thing that people, if you take this out in public, people are more interested in the art of it than they are worried about the potential threat of it. So that's really all I have to say about this one. As I say, I don't know that it's something that's going to become available. It may be that they'll start doing acrylic handled knives. The only other acrylic handled, sort of fancy acrylic handled knife I have is this one from GEC, which is an 85 pattern in the what they call salmon acrylic, which is sort of slightly pinky coloured base with a grey silver sort of swirl in it, which certainly does evoke salmon to me. I get that. I see where they're coming from. Salmon in the raw before it's smoked or anything like that. But similar sort of knife in some ways. I think the Taylor's Eyewitness has a more of a fancy style to it, but they're both very nice knives, and there's no reason why acrylic shouldn't be a precious thing. I mean, I have Mont Blanc pens. I have a set of Mont Blanc pens, and I believe the Meisterstück that I carry is I think they're now about £700 or £800, you know, and it's only made of black acrylic. That's all it's made of. Gold plated fittings. That's you know, you can have really quite high quality things made of acrylic, and these are too, but especially I'm particularly fond of this new Barlow from Taylor's Eyewitness. So if you like this stuff, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see some more, and there are some more Taylor's Eyewitness knives coming over the next few weeks in different materials, then please remember to subscribe and ring the bell if you want notifications. So thank you very much for joining me today. Goodbye.